How to create an expandable panel widget that is automatically scrolling to the text while it is expanding. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel and make sure to watch this video till the end. Let's start by creating here this expandable card. So here at the top we have a header and below it we have a text. Therefore, we create in our build method a new method build card where we put the header inside and also the image that is later displayed inside of this card. And now inside of this new method, we want to create then a new card widget with some padding around. Inside this card, we want to put then an expandable panel inside. So here you can define the header, the collapse state and the expanded state. For the header, we want to set then our title, so we put simply the title as a text widget inside. And lastly, for the collapsed and expanded widgets, we want to take simply here a text, so this is here the standard text that we want to put inside of both of them, whereas we put in the expanded state here right now a longer text inside, so I simply copy this text 5 times so that we have more text for the expanded state. As a result, we have here this card with the header at the top and the collapse state below. And if I tap now on this header, then our text is expanding and we display here the expanded part, which we have put here inside of this text widget. For the collapse state, you can also decide that you want to display here less lines, therefore you can put here less text inside, or even you can put here then the max lines, for example, to 3 lines, and with this we display here less text in our collapse state. Also importantly, if you want to make use of this expandable panel, then you need to go to your pub/spec YAML file, and here under your dependencies you need to include then the expandable package. Next, on the top of our expandable widget, we want to display here an image. Therefore, we simply wrap here our expandable panel inside of a column, and on top of it, we want to display then simply an image with the URL that we have provided before here at the top. With this, we display at the top of our card an image, and here at the top left corners and top right corners, there it is not rounded. Therefore, we also want to set here this clip behavior. And with this, if I now hot reload, then you see that we have it here at the top rounded. For the expanded text as well as for the collapsed text, we don't have here any padding around, and this is what we want to change. Therefore, we simply go to our expandable panel, and here inside you have a property builder, whereas we can then create our own expandable widget where we put the collapsed and expanded widget inside. So these are basically the expanded and collapsed widget that are now going here inside. And lastly, we can then wrap here this around with a padding widget so that we can define here some space around. And now if I hot reload, you see we have here some spacing around in the collapse state, and also if I expand it, then we also have here some space around. And finally, if we click on our card, then the card should expand and automatically scroll here to the text so that the maximum text is visible on the screen. To expand our card, we simply want to wrap around our card here this expandable notifier widget. And secondly, we simply go to our expandable widget, and here around we want to wrap then the scroll on expand widget. And now with these both widgets, I can click on the header widget and it will then automatically scroll to the header text. And if I shrink it again, then it will automatically go back. And lastly, inside the expandable panel, you can then customize this panel by defining, for example, a different expand icon and collapse icon. So I put here 2 different icons inside. So right now we have here this icon, and if I hot reload, then you see we have here our new icon, and also inside of the expanded state we have a different icon. And lastly, if we tap here anywhere on the body, then it is not expanding or collapsing, and this is what we can easily change inside of the theme data. So you can basically define that if we tap on the body, then it should collapse or expand, and therefore we set here both of the flags to true. And with this, I can tap here anywhere on the body and it will then collapse or it will also expand. Inside your panel, you also can create a controller, and with the help of this controller that you create here at the top of your state, you can automatically toggle here the state if it is expanded or not. So let's simply make use of this controller. In my case, I simply go here to this image that you see here on the right side, and around it we want to represent a gesture detector. So if we tap on this image, then we want to switch between the expanded and collapsed state. With this, I can tap on this image and our cart is expanding, or if I tap again on the image, then it is again collapsing. And by the way, if you liked this video, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel.